At the end of October, we weathered yet another storm, Hurricane Zeta. Well, we're on our way to the airport in Pensacola, Florida to head to Michigan. We're heading up to Michigan to visit with our family, as well as take some opportunity to vote as well. And we're looking forward to going up there. Usually we take our RV, but because it's 2020 and the whole COVID thing, it's cheaper and faster for us just to fly back and forth here and there.
I'm excited to possibly do some hiking. I started packing yesterday and had shorts and short sleeve shirts and my sandals all in a pile ready to go, and then I realized that we are going back to the frozen tundra. So we're really excited for a few days away, just the two of us, and excited to see family and spend some time with some friends.
Certainly appreciate you joining us tonight. Definitely been this very strange and very bad year we've all been having. We certainly appreciate you coming out to see us.
Our flight was delayed out of Pensacola, and so we got to Charlotte, but we had very little time to make our connecting flight. We were a little afraid we would miss it. We ran down to the gate and found out that our next flight is also delayed. So we were able to get a bite to eat, and fortunately our good friends in Michigan are willing to pick us up at the airport late tonight, which is so great of them. We had rented a car, but we're flying into a small airport, and the car rental company is not open after 8 o'clock, and we're going to be there after that, and they wouldn't make any accommodations for us because they said you have to call 72 hours in advance to get a late car, which we couldn't do because our flight was canceled. Our first flight was canceled due to the hurricane, and we didn't have 72 hours notice. So, but it's all working out. We had a beautiful flight in. The sky was just absolutely gorgeous. We're ready to get to Michigan and get to bed.
It was finally time to board our connecting flight, but the storm wasn't ready to say goodbye. Going through Zeta for the second time, sitting here on a runway in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Sit back and enjoy yourself for a few minutes.
Once conditions improved, we took off as another band of the storm was approaching. It was a pretty bumpy ride for most of the flight. We were very relieved when we finally saw the lights of Flint, Michigan.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flint, where the local time is 11:13.
We are in beautiful Michigan this morning. We woke up, it was 32 degrees. We've had some snow flurries. It's been wonderful. Most of the leaves are probably either rusty or off the trees completely, but it's still gorgeous out. So we are now heading to vote.
After we voted, Suzanne decided to take a hike.
We're here at Metamora Hadley State Recreation Area, and it's so pretty. Oh, it's snowing. I just got a snowflake on my cheek. Isn't it just so beautiful? Look at this tree. I have hiked this place so much before. Ava and I have hiked this area quite a bit. I fell here the last time I hiked it with her, in slow motion, hit my shoulder, thought I broke it, and she was on the ground laughing hysterically. I don't mind the Indifal at all. I love the rust colors and there's the campground over there. One of them, there's two campgrounds here. Look at, they have fire going over there. Yeah. I want to be them right now.
You know, that cabin looks so pretty, doesn't it?
I know.
There's an alligator, Suzanne.
Oh my goodness. I really, really, really miss
even prettier
the north, even though I love the south. I just love it all. So I have to just remind myself to just be content wherever I am.
Okay, how far can I go, you think, Nick? You think I can make it? Ah! Oh my God, Suzanne!
You're gonna freeze if you fall in.
No, I think that's good enough. Ta-da!
So this campground, this is one of two campgrounds here at Metamora. I don't think we've ever camped at this one. We usually camp at the other one, but they're both really nice. It's just so beautiful. The last time Ava and I were here, we just stood here because there were hot air balloons going over. So this is where you carried Ava on your back, Nick. And it was over in one of these campsites right here in the middle where we were playing, what's that? You sit in a circle and, no, like I say something to Nick and then by the time it gets, telephone. And Nick, or Frank and Anju were laughing so hard that they couldn't breathe. We were right here. I think we had sites right next to each other.
I remember coming.
So this is the area somewhere in here where we parked that we were just beginning to full time. And it is, isn't it? We were just beginning to full time and it rained so hard we hit a river running underneath the camper. And Barry looked in. We had so many issues that trip. So many issues. And he looked in and I had my head in my hands and I was sobbing my eyes out. And he was so afraid I was going to say, I'm not going to do this. This dream has become a nightmare.
The next morning was chilly, and we woke up to something that we don't even think about anymore: frost. A warm cup of coffee at our very favorite coffee shop never tasted better. The sun was shining, so Suzanne couldn't resist heading back to Metamora Hadley State Recreation Area one more time to see the leaf color in full light. I headed to my parents to visit with them. My brother, who is a carpenter, and his wife just bought a piece of property on which they will be building a house. Later that afternoon, we headed out to see it and to take some drone coverage. It's a beautiful area, and we hope that they are very happy there. It was a great day, but it wasn't over yet. The best was yet to come.
We're going trick-or-treating. I'm going with this little wolf. I'm a gorilla. I'm not kidding. This little girl, my niece, has me being a gorilla. This is not social hour. This is candy hour. Living far away, we miss out on a lot, so it was so fun sharing this fun night with family. And trick-or-treating in a warm pajama onesie proved to be the best thing on a cold northern night, even if I did have to be a gorilla twin with my sister-in-law. My niece and I usually do a project together when we visit. After returning to Nana and Papa's, we made Monster Mash together.
We are making a Halloween Monster Mash business.
And what are we going to do with the chocolate?
We're going to microwave it.
Okay.
Okay, so here we got some Rice Bix. We got skinny popcorn. We got some pretzel sticks. We got Halloweeny M&Ms, and then we got candy corn jelly. So first,
And one more.
and we also got some sprinkles, chocolate sprinkles. So first, we're gonna add in all of them candy corns, and then we're gonna pick up this, and then we're gonna add a bit more. Okay, and then I don't know how to use any of this. You'll put a bit of sprinkles in there. Close it back up because you don't want sprinkles flying over your counter if you accidentally push the bowl. Grab your skinny popcorn. Eat one. And put a bit in. That's good. And take one of these, sniff it, and then put a bit of that. And then take the pretzel sticks, eat one, and put it in, and eat another piece. Now we are going to drizzle some white chocolate that we warmed up earlier, and we're also going to be mixing up our Chex Mix. Don't forget there is M&Ms and candy corn at the bottom. Oops. You may spill a couple. It's not your fault. It's kind of hard to stir. I have 2 pieces of popcorn. So it's okay if you make like maybe have a bit too much popcorn or a bit too much of something else or a bit too little, because overall it'll still taste the same. And you just keep stirring. Maybe add some pizzazz. More sprinkles. And now, this isn't our original idea, but still, it will probably taste really good. So, let's just keep stirring that. So here we have our Monster Mess Chex Mix. We add a bit more sprinkles and pretzels and white chocolate and a couple more M&Ms, not too many. We mixed it all together, and now what we're gonna do is we got some cut-right wax paper, but you can use any old wax paper. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it and we're gonna start spreading it out evenly on here. Yeah, that's evenly. Just one piece of popcorn and then put it all. Let me just... Here we have some wax paper, and what you're gonna do is we poured it all out. We've already started this process, but all you're gonna do is you're gonna just start smushing it and compacting it with a bit of wax paper on your hand, so you don't get all the Chex Mix all stuck to your hand. You can just still be able to press it with the same oomph with your hand, but it's protected. Only a few things stick on sometimes. Once we're done pressing it and compacting it, what we're going to do is we're going to let it sit and dry overnight, and then tomorrow we will take it and we will smash it up into smaller bits that we can just numb off, instead of trying to get one piece of Chex Mix with some pretzel, and we'll have it a lot better. Well, bye until tomorrow, which will probably be 3 seconds for you, but a couple hours for us. Bye.
Now that we've been in Michigan for a few days, we're able to break away and have a tradition that we do every year with the justices, friends of ours here in Michigan.
It's a little Bavarian town. It's got the world's largest Christmas store. It's snowing. Perfect day in Michigan. This is our favorite coffee shop in Frankenmuth. It's tradition, we always come here.
Even though our kids are grown, we still have to get candy at Rouse to take home to them.
This is our favorite place to get chicken here in Frankenmuth. Awesome chicken livers, best in the world. Nobody wants to share them with me, so I get them all to myself.
Bronner's is a Christmas wonderland that attracts over 2 million visitors each year. It was started by Wally Bronner in 1945 and is a beloved Michigan destination. This store features over 6,000 styles of ornaments. You can find just about any theme.
This is the world's largest Christmas store. We love to come here. I brought my parents here one time, and we had told them all about Wally Bronner, and at another time we were here, I stood in line and had Wally autograph his autobiography for my parents. So they knew all about him, and we were telling them what a great man he was. And as we walked out, Wally was still alive at that time, and he came up and he shook my dad's hand and introduced himself. He was the dearest man and definitely a Michigan icon.
It is a magical place to visit any time of year.
We're still at Bronner's, and this is a replica of the chapel where Silent Night was first played. The original chapel is in Austria. When our youngest was little, she was so excited to come to visit the Jesus room with the rock music. We had no idea what she was talking about. She got so frustrated she was crying. When we got here, she ran over here and said, "See, this is the Jesus room with the rock music." This is a special place for our family. We love to just stop in here every time we visit Frankenmuth. Lots and lots of memories here. We had a great time in Michigan. We are here bright and early to head back home again. There are so many advantages to these early morning flights. But at 4 o'clock this morning when that alarm went off, I wasn't liking that guy behind me very much. He likes to book these really early flights.
We make sure we have our work downloaded so we can work while on the plane. In the last 2 months, we have caught connecting flights out of Charlotte, North Carolina 6 times. After exploring it from the sky so many times, we hope to visit very soon. There's a lot of traffic at this airport, but soon we were in the air and headed to Pensacola. In our 9.5 years of full-time RVing, we've definitely made a lot of memories, and we were able to revisit some of them on this trip to Michigan. We're excited to start at the beginning of our RV experience and share even more of them with you in the future videos. Our next video will be about hurricanes and tropical storms that we've had this season, and then we will go back to the beginning and tell how it all began.